Hello, I'm Frank Castillo, and I have the privilege of leading the largest hunger relief network in Northeast Florida. We're here today at the Food Distribution Center, where we have spent the morning collecting food from grocery stores, farms, and food manufacturers and brought them here. This has resulted in a large amount of nutritious food that is available for those in our community.
Our distribution center warehouse includes the largest facility cooler of any nonprofit in our region, a fleet of 6 refrigerated trucks, 3 forklifts, 9 electric pallet jacks, and most importantly, half of our operations team is certified at the ServSafe Food Safety Manager level. We take great pride in our ability to ensure the food safety of each and every pound of over 35,000 pounds of food that come through our doors every day.
The food comes here, is sorted and inspected to make sure that it's fresh and safe to be consumed, and then we distribute that food out into the community through a network of over 150 community groups, local food pantries, feeding sites like the Salvation Army, Sulzbacher Center, City Rescue Mission, Beam, Clara White Mission, and St. Francis House, among others. Those organizations that are rooted in our community and know who the hungry folks are in those communities.
Some of the noise you may be hearing in the background is volunteers boxing, sorting, and organizing food. They're getting ready for distributions later today, tomorrow, and in the days ahead.
We distribute over 39,000 meals a day, which translates to over 14 million meals a year. Those type of distributions are critical for our community. The unfortunate reality, however, is that the need in our community is 51 million meals a year. So as you can see, the need in our community is significant.
1 in 6 adults in Northeast Florida are food insecure, which means they do not know where their next meal is coming from. This means that there are 280,000 people in our community who have to make the difficult decision between using their limited funds on food, their utilities, their rent, their transportation, or their healthcare costs. Which is why Feeding Northeast Florida provides more than $45 million worth of food into the community, including $10 million worth of food which goes to agencies that fight the cycle of poverty. This means those agencies have more funds to provide housing, hot meals, mental health services, as well as other wraparound services that help these individuals.
There are 211,000 children under the age of 18 in Duval County. 1 in 4 of those kids doesn't know if, how, or when they will next eat. That means on any given day, more than 50,000 children don't know if they'll be eating a meal that day. That's why we try to fill in the hunger gaps with snack packs, our bundles of kid-friendly snacks for households that cannot consistently provide food on the weekends, as well as our mobile pantries for neighborhoods without adequate grocery stores, and school food pantries, and our summer feeding program.
From a food perspective, Feeding America opens doors for us to many national donors, including manufacturers like Kellogg and Conagra, as well as retailers like Walmart, Publix, and Winn-Dixie. As part of the State Association, we're actively involved in disaster relief efforts, including supporting each county's Emergency Operations Center and emergency shelters. The State Association also helps connect us to farms across Florida that have large excess commodities that won't make it to market. Rather than going plowed unharvested, we assist with the materials, the labor, the transportation, and tax benefits to make it a sustainable solution for the farmer to donate. This program's grown over 1 million pounds of nutritious farm produce each year, just in our counties alone.
Among the things we are most proud of is that every major retailer contributes to Feeding Northeast Florida. We receive generous donations of food from local area farms, manufacturers, and area supermarket chains. Our partners include big box establishments such as BJ's, Costco, and Sam's Club, as well as retail grocers such as Publix, Walmart, and Southeastern Grocers. Their food donations and financial contributions allow us to address food insecurity issues in the 8 counties that we serve.
At Feeding Northeast Florida, volunteers are the heartbeat of our operation. This year, more than 10,000 volunteers will donate their time and efforts in our volunteer center, assisting with projects like inspecting, sorting, and packaging food, and helping to distribute food to the community. These volunteers arrive in large and small groups representing corporations, schools, social clubs, and civic organizations from around our city. Feeding Northeast Florida could not accomplish as much as it does without these volunteers, and we're so grateful to have them.
Hunger is one of those issues that takes community involvement to solve. People can donate money. For every $1 donated to Feeding Northeast Florida, we can feed 6 people. others can become volunteers, providing their time and skill. Still, others can help their neighbors understand that this is an available resource if they're hungry or find themselves in trouble.
We know that hunger causes people to lose hope. Once we can satisfy the need for food, that basic, fundamental need we all have every day, once we can satisfy that need, then people can take the next step in taking care of some of the other issues they have in their lives.
There are many issues in our community, and hunger is certainly one of them. The fortunate reality, though, is that hunger is solvable. There is plenty of food in the state of Florida and certainly in our country to feed every single person who is hungry. What we need to do is that we need to get the food from where it is and ensure that it gets to where it needs to be. This is why we exist. It is at the foundation of our mission. And when we do that, we bring hope to those who do not have hope.